Yo, what's going on YouTube, and welcome back to another Destiny video. And in today's video, I wanted to talk to you guys about a House of Wolves related topic. Now if you've seen these videos online, then no doubt you already know where I am, but in the event you haven't, then this is the Traitor's Catch, a House of the Wolves area that already exists in game. But it's currently only accessible through some rather intricate jumping, and I'll show you how to get there at the end of this video. But first, I wanted to talk a bit about the location itself. Now I know the ability to access this area has been around since last year, so I'm not bringing this to you guys as news. Instead, I want to talk about it in light of some of the recent rumours. Up until now, everybody has referred to this area as the Traitor's Catch. Fair enough. However, if you remember the video I did a few weeks back where I spoke about some of the House of Wolves leaks we got from Mega Man EXE4, you should have seen this screenshot. This is the strike that is going to be included in the House of Wolves DLC, Belly of the Beast. As you can see, it's on the moon, just off the edge of the map. In other words, you can't walk to it, you need to teleport. So what I wanted to do in this video was talk about this as the strike we know it to be, Belly of the Beast, and discuss what sort of encounters we experience throughout. See, the catch itself isn't very big, and you can get to what I would imagine is the main boss room in about 5 minutes, or less, depending on the engagements. So, while I know strikes aren't as long as raids, the catch alone is likely only the latter half of the strike. Given that you teleport up there, it's likely you'll work your way from somewhere around here, this is probably where you'll be dropped in, then you'll work your way through some of the new moon areas, corridors, rooms, etc. And you'll eventually find yourself here. This is where you'll enter the catch. So you could liken it to something like Winter's Run, where you can run through the majority of the first section until you have to shoot down and clear those mobs, and you then open the door and can proceed through. That can take about 10 minutes, then you're into the final stretch, which, if done efficiently, takes another 10 minutes or so, putting the overall strike runtime to about 20 minutes, give or take. I would also therefore imagine, again similar to Winter's Run, that the enemy engagements would be split. The Moon segment will see you facing off against Hive, while the catch will quite obviously be full of Fallen. Anyway, once you're on the ship, the path is pretty linear. The most notable locations firstly being this is the first large open room. Plenty of cover, no doubt somewhere you'll have a notable encounter. Whether it's something we can simply run through, like the first main room in the Mars Strike, or whether it's something we have to fight to unlock the door, I don't know yet. But expect a gunfight in here with enemies coming from various angles. Given that there are quite a few doors in here that you can't seemingly access, they're likely just spawn doors. And then beyond here you have the main room. Now looking at what we have here, you see 2 Fallen Walkers hanging in those chambers. Personally, I really hope that the boss for this strike is more than just 2 Walkers. I mean sure, fighting them at the same time may present a challenge, especially if Bungie are inventive and give them different weapons or moves than we currently know of the Walkers. But then these could be mini-bosses, and upon defeating them, the real boss comes in. To be honest, given the way that strikes are these days, I find that hard to imagine. Strikes are typically not that long, and if they do have any sort of mini-boss, it's not usually on the scale of fighting 2 Walkers at the same time. That being said, they could just be in there for show, and it could be a completely different boss, which I personally do hope. There is reference, when speaking about some of the raid gear, to the Fallen Engineers, so maybe there'll be like a new enemy type we haven't seen. I would personally like that a lot more than having to fight a recycled enemy. But either way, that said, this room here is the end of the catch. At least, I believe it to be. There is a door here, but you can't actually access it, and given that you can open pretty much all the other doors in here, I would imagine this too is a spawn door, so that during the boss fight, Fallen will come out of here, and then mid-fight you obviously have something else to deal with. But beyond that, I have no clue. This is obviously all speculation, but with the House of Wolves likely only 2 months away, I'd imagine we'll hear or see something very soon. But what do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below what you think the boss encounter for this strike could be, because it'd be really cool to kind of hear what you guys have to say. But either way, that is it for the catch itself. So the only other thing left to do in this video is show you how to get here. Now again, I appreciate a lot of you probably already know this, so if you do, then you can switch off now, but thank you very much for watching. However, if you don't, then let's do this. Also, do note that the hardest class to do this with is the Hunter, simply because your jump is the least forgiving. But I am a Hunter, so anyone watching this that is a different class, this should be nice and easy for you. Also, for anyone wondering, I am currently a Blade Dancer using the increased height double jump, and not the Gunslinger's triple jump. Again, the choice is yours, but high double jumps are all you're really going to need for this. So, the first thing you're going to need to do is select a patrol mission on the moon. Once you've done that, you need to get to this room, where you fight the Ogre. And just in case you forgot the route, let me quickly show you how to get here. I'll speed it up a little bit, but watch this and follow the route, then I'll catch up with you in a second. Once you're in this room, the first thing you want to do is clear it out, just so you don't have to contend with the enemy shooting at you, and then you want to turn to your left. You'll see this light crystal pillar. Jump on top of it, and then turn to your right, and you'll see these banners. You want to jump over to the platform, walk over them, and from here you actually want to drop down the gap. Now, if you do what I did the first time and you do it wrong and you actually die, don't worry, because it'll actually spawn you back in a convenient place. You'll simply spawn in, drop to the left, and then you'll be on this platform. So don't worry too much, either way, this is where you want to be. If you then jump towards these stairs and look left, you'll see a small rock. All you need to do then is simply sprint and slide towards it, and you'll slip through the invisible gap. Then, looking forwards, you'll see this platform, and looking up, you'll see this large black wall. You want to jump towards and then up on top of that. Then from there you want to jump towards this door. It's an easy jump, just land on the platform and then turn left. You then want to jump up these rocks and turn right. And from there you then want to hop up onto this small ledge and you'll see a platform protruding out. That is where you need to jump. Now all of these jumps do look a lot further than they actually are because of the missing geometry, but don't worry, the distance isn't that bad, you can actually make it. Either way, jump to it and then jump up on top of the black wall again. Now ignore the opening in front of you that looks like the obvious path to take. Instead, you want to walk over here and drop down. You then want to follow the path around, just jump up the various ledges, and then you'll get to this point, where from some of the angles you'll see the platform, but when you get closer you won't actually see it. Either way, what you want to do is jump up onto this invisible platform, and in front of you is a black wall, and to the right are a collection of rocks. You then want to jump up on these rocks to the right, and then looking towards that black wall, hop over and land on this ledge here. It might take you a few tries to get this right, but once you're on there, you can jump up onto the top, and now we're almost there. From here, look to the right and jump up onto this rock. You then want to jump onto the thin bit of pillar that you can see from there, and then to the rock you see in front of you, then turn left and basically follow the rocks till you land here. Now from there we just need to walk around a bit, so follow the route that I take and you'll come to the next bit we have to deal with. Now this bit is a little bit tricky. You need to be on this pillar here, but the ceiling or the collision box is quite low, so it can be a bit annoying to get on, but either way, once you're on top, as a hunter, I simply activate my blade dancer move, you then do a double jump, and then you slice through the air, and it should take you nicely across this gap. Either way, you'll then land down here, and from there you then want to jump up these rocks. Once you get up here, you'll see a rock wall in front of you. You can actually walk through this. There's no collision here, and this leads to the next area. From here, just follow the path I take until you reach this point where you see a light. In front of you is a small barrier, but to the right and up is where we want to be. Double jump up there, and now we're on the home stretch. From here, just follow the room around counterclockwise, again follow my route more or less. And then you'll see this door. When standing in front of it, you can simply double jump to get on top of it, and then you'll see this corridor in front of you. You want to jump again a little bit more just so you can get on top of the walkway, and you can walk forward, and then when you get to the end, turn left, and you'll see an opening. At this point, we want to jump in and not over. Once you land inside, you'll see it says Dusk Warren, Ocean of Storms, Earth's Moon. And now we're in the right place. If you follow the corridor around, you'll see the fallen teleporter. stand inside it, and you'll be teleported to the ketch. And that, my friends, is it. That is how you get into the Traitor's Ketch, and that is how you get into the belly of the Beast Strike. Hopefully you enjoyed the video, hopefully you found it helpful, and as always if you did, then be sure to hit that like button and subscribe to be part of the Arekkz Gaming Nation. Thanks again for watching, take it easy, catch you next time, peace out.